Okay, nice. We're live. Hey, everybody. How's it going? So today we're going to be, I promised last week we would do like a punch combo because we were talking about dynamic, quick, snappy animation. And what a better example than to do an attack. So I actually was prepared today. Instead of posing out the character on screen with you guys, I already have some key poses in, and we can just get right to animating. Now with this, I have some reference open. I think I just Googled like Street Fighter combo. So I have that open just to kind of match my poses and my timing. So that is very helpful. If you're doing complex animation, reference is your friend. So we have the hook. He comes back. He hooks, back, throws across, steps back, and then kicks. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. And we're going to take this, hopefully, to an animated stage right now. So let's get going. I'm using Jordan Beatty's rig as well. You can get it for free on his Gumroad. I can post a link. There's a link in the Discord. There's a link in the description, or there will be. So yes, let's get into this. Let me have some reference up. So we want to go from here to here. He needs a little bit of an anticipation, I think. So I kind of want him to, it won't be very big, but we're going to need him to wind up a little bit, or else it won't look too powerful, this punch. So we'll go here. Let's plus everything. So I haven't really timed anything out yet, so that's okay. And I'm going to open up my pegs. So I'm working on, how does he set it up? The body and the pelvis on these layers. So let's have him, let's throw our onion skin on. We'll have his head or his body lean forward just a tiny bit and come down as well. I want to get a nice arc. We'll have his head come here. But the key is, as his body's moving, let's have his arm really wind back. Like this. Right, so he's like this. He's winding like this. So this arm will go here. Already, look. Now we got to bend those knees a little bit. So he's really generating this power. He's dropping. Okay, nice. Make sure I have all the keys. I don't want to move his feet. And thankfully, this rig has a really nice pivot point there. So I can just bend the legs a little bit. And it's very, very easy to do. Like planting the feet is pretty tough. And this rig makes it very easy to just do it. Right? Maybe we'll straighten up his body just a little bit. What we're going to do, I'm going to cheat and kind of, there we go, move his whole body forward. We can turn off our onion skin. Nice. Alrighty, that's a nice wind up there. So let's go in. I'm going to do a quick draw over, but only to make sure my lines of my rig match up. Right, so nothing too crazy. We just want to have some nice smooth lines. And a lot of the thinking already, like the line of action, the weight and the feet, I already thought about it in my posing stage. Now the animation, I don't really have to worry about that part, the mechanics. I can kind of make sure that either the performance is coming through or like the power and the arcs and the movement look nice. So I don't really have to worry about the feet planting or the curves. I already thought about that. Planning is a big step. All right, there we go. And again, if you haven't used Jordan Beatty's rig, use them. They're so good, and they're free. I can't believe it. If I was making a demo reel, I feel I would be using these rigs because he has like 3 or 4 of them. I will be using his rigs hands down. The thing is, though, they are a little complex. You might need a more powerful computer if you're going to actually use these rigs, because these are 360 rigs. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of deformers, and it can be a lot for your machine to handle if it's not like a not top of the line, but like a decent PC or laptop. Okay, we got to change this hand to a fist. You can kind of, no, let's do it like that. And now I got to take my drawovers off so I can see the lines. We'll fix these. But right now, I would consider this, I'm adding in some breakdowns. If this was at a studio, I would still consider this to be posing, even though our key poses are already there. But the breakdowns are super important to get some nice animation because you can get really interesting breakdowns. This is where you define the arcs, you define, you give your character interesting poses, the timing and the spacing where things are. The breakdowns are very important for that. Oh, out of batteries. Okay, there we go. Nice. So here, all right, so we got the breakdown here. He comes back. You may need a little follow through. So let me view my reference. I'm going to have him overshoot. So here, right, that's the same frame. So on this frame, let's see how this looks. We'll skew him a little forward. We'll have his arm straighten a little bit. And we'll skew it this way. We'll move the fist that way. Cool. Already, that is pretty powerful, right? I think that might be all we need. No. So when you skew things, you should probably move like the whole body. So all the limbs, to make it not look so cut out, you got to move everything. So here, I'll move the hands a little bit. And it's going back, so I'll move his hands in as well. Okay. There you go. What a punch. He can probably go like this with his eyes. I love playing with the eyebrows. And expressions, I love overshooting and settling with the eyebrows. I think it really adds a lot. And these eyes, excuse me, you can even do with the lids. Bring the lids in a little bit. Right, that is looking great. Oops. Here, boom, boom. Then he comes back and winds up again. So here, this could be our anticipation to this pose. So we can just tweak it a little bit. So we'll go here, punch. Maybe instead of his arm coming back here, we'll have him draw his arm back like this. And have maybe this one come like this way. Let's see if this works. There you go. 1, 2. So again, let's get my draw over like that. And see how his body is this way, right? It's this curve, oops, this way. And then when we flip it, that way again. And then when we come back, it's this way. So we want those lines of action to always be flipping. Really, really dynamic. Okay. So let's have him go like this. Again, a quick draw over just so I can get the lines connecting. His feet are okay. Maybe we'll have his arm. I still want it to be behind his body here. Okay, nice. We'll draw the arms like this. And like with deformers, you can really get some nice, like the bumps in the arm, some nice rhythms, right? So if you're using deformer rigs, don't be afraid to push your arm shapes. You can basically do like you were drawing, right? Like, look, I'm gonna foreshorten this arm a little bit, or at least try to, right? And we'll have the hand something like this. So let's see if this works. Go here, let's adjust. Right, and usually I'm not sure how I feel about how the body's broken up into two pieces. I mean, you can get some pretty flexible movement, I guess. But sometimes, or most of the rigs I use, it's just one piece with a deformer added to it, right? And it's been okay. And it's a little easier to kind of manipulate. Here, this. And if anyone watching, have you do you use any complex rigs, or have you been working more with like basic ones? Lots of so like the complex ones, have you been working with lots of deformers, or just basic rigs with not as many? Let me know. In the studio, it's pretty standard that the rigs that you're going to get are going to be full of deformers. So if you're trying to get into a studio, I definitely recommend you at least get comfortable working with an envelope deformer in your rig, because you're going to be seeing them a lot. And at first I was intimidated, right? But then now it's like I look for them. I love rigs where there's deformers everywhere. It gives you so much freedom. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's have his fist curl back even more. Nice. And if you like animation, guys, if you like this content, you can go to our Discord. There's like a link on my YouTube page. You can post your work there to get some feedback. You can share some of your work in progress. We're trying to grow it. We're trying to make it fun. If you have any suggestions as well, what would make it better, I would love to hear them. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram or even email. So let's see if we can get this foreshortening. Right, so we got this. We really want some overlap, right? And notice how I'm using the deformers to move. So I'm not scaling the arm like this, right? I'm moving everything with deformers. Okay, let's see. And now I think if we all, this might mess up because the hand is auto patched. So we can't really get a nice overlap. But what we can try, hang on, see if this works. You can go into our hand on the line layer. Copy this, paste it on the overlay, and then I'll just delete this stuff. And if I'm right, I thought there was going to be an overlapping line because there's work on the overlay layer, but guess not. And that's another thing. If you're comfortable with working with the rig, you know how the rig works, all the secrets, all the how things are supposed to be used, how the cutters are used. It really helps in your animation. You're not guessing if something will work, you know. Right? That's okay. I mean, it doesn't look, here's what we can do though. Watch. This. We can have this, or, whoa, that is the perfect hand. I don't know how that worked, but there we go. Okay, so let me, right, so it's kind of foreshortened. I think though, this hand needs to be a little bit bigger. Oh. So just like that. And the next thing is we have to put his shoulders in front of the body. There you go. That's looking more foreshortened. And we're going to get this nice overlap. So I guess overlapping lines kind of goes with the principle, like these lines, of like 3D drawing in 3D, like solid drawing. Even though in cutout you don't really draw much, it's just showing you that it's 3D space, right? So whenever you can, overlapping lines really helps your animation. It really helps your poses. My supervisor on the last show that I was working on, he was really big on things overlapping. And it seems like I would always forget when I would submit my work. I would always forget to overlap. Okay, look, nice. So we got a nice, right, twisting, boom. Now here, just don't know what to do. I don't know if I want to go right from here to here because that's too quick. You might need to add another anticipation. So 1, 2. Let's plus this. I'm going to do that same trick. So normally, I don't know how this is going to look, because if we punch, overshoot, and settle, and then we do the same thing again, overshoot and settle, our animation might look a little funny. But let's try it. Let's see how it looks. Right, I guess that's kind of, I'm not going to say a trap that a lot of beginners fall on. Maybe. I know I did. When I was first animating, every single movement that I would do, it would follow that same formula, right? Anticipate, overshoot, settle. And every single one of my movements started to kind of blend together and become really boring. It's all the same like rhythm, right? So you want to have different rhythms. You kind of, not everything needs a settle, or not everything needs like an overshoot. Maybe you can just ease into something, or maybe settle a different part of the body. Just keep it interesting. Yeah, so here's what we'll do. So we'll go 1, 2, and then instead of bringing him back and anticipating this, I'll anticipate him forward. So we kind of break up the rhythm. So let's see. Let's tween this, see what we get. Oh. Actually a pretty nice in between. Usually it doesn't give me something so nice. So we're going to have to add another frame in just because the foot is sliding. But I kind of like this pose. Maybe I'll just move it back a bit. Because I want him to step forward with this foot. Like this foot has to be here already. Wait. So we have to move him here. And we'll have to add another in between. So we'll go. Okay. You got to move him back though. Now he's too forward. So let's move. Actually, let's not do that. I'm just thinking about my pivot points right now. If I start moving parts like this, watch. If I move all my pieces individually back, right, it's going to screw up my pivot points a little bit. So I'm going to undo all that. Undo it more. So I'm going to move his whole body back first. And I think that's a big thing as well. When you're first working with rigs, understanding what pieces are going to move what parts of the body is super huge for your animation to kind of do what you expect it to do, right? So if you move something down and then you have to counter animate something else, that's when things can start to look a little funny. You know, like, hey, if I move this, then my pivot points are going to be screwed up. And you can kind of plan for it, or at least not be surprised when your animation messes up. Maybe we can go higher, bend it more. Here, what is his other arm doing? Oh, it's coming forward. Maybe we could see it a little bit. I kind of like how this arm is up. I call it. Ah, nice, Colin. Yeah, I was exactly in your position. All I can say is just keep it up, and eventually you're gonna get a test that you nail. Right? Just keep doing it. Keep resubmitting. Stay in touch with the studios that give you the tests, and eventually you're gonna get it. What studios have you been applying to or getting tested for? So like this arm, yeah, we can probably move it back a little bit because there's so much space, like a big movement. Still want it to be here. I can probably move it there. Yeah, that's the point of these streams. They may be a little slow, right? but it's just giving you the real process of animating with professional quality rigs in a professional setting, right? I usually have all my scenes from previous studios, and we work through those scenes. So, like professional quality, professional environment, it's really good to simulate if you're trying to get into a studio. And you can ask me any questions you want because, like, I've been there, you know. Yeti Farm and Copernicus, nice. Yeah, those are good ones. I've heard of Yeti Farm more. I think a long time ago too, I did a test for them. It was for the test was that Hotel Transylvania show. I just shit the bed. It was so tough. The rigs were, well, at the time they were complicated, and it was so bad. But you know, you learn. Good man. That's awesome. Are you in Vancouver then? Or are you working remotely? How does this work now? Let me see. Yeah, so I want this to go here. See, now that looks good. Cool. Right, I don't really think I need to do a draw over here. The computer kind of did most of the work for me. Like this, we'll go like that, we'll go like this. Yeah, guys, same deal. Any questions you have about what I'm doing, any Toon Boom questions, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them, or we can try and discuss them as a group. Oh, nice. Joseph, how's it going? I'm doing good, man. You know, not too bad. Today wasn't too busy at work, so we got a little stream time, which is nice. How about you? How are things? Here, here, here. And again, so like if this was a studio shot, this whole process I would consider to be posing, right? So usually uh they do posing, you submit a posing pass, and then you get feedback, and then you submit an animation pass after. So for here, I would submit this all as my posing pass, right? This isn't even animated yet to me. Ah, nice. Based in the East Coast. Awesome, dude. That's awesome. A girl I work with now, I can't remember exactly where she's from, but she's in the East Coast. She works remotely. She's really good animator. On a demo reel right now. Nice, Joseph. Is it ready to share? Can you share it with us? Or you still need some work on it? I'm thinking this is good. Boom, 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 comes back. You can probably get most of this done today. Might even reuse this pose as he steps back to there. Okay. So 29 minutes. We still have a lot of time. So I'm thinking we need one more pose from here to here. And then we can kind of time this out because look at his feet. This foot goes from here to there. We need to figure out how it gets there. Oh, I almost forgot as well. Another thing I like about this rig is the feet. I always say this. but I'm really not a fan of drawing substitutions for feet. But you never get exactly what you want. This is a little more work to do. I kind of like it. He's still working on it. Share on Discord. Yeah, man. We would love to see it. Oh, that looks good, actually. Right, and then when you tween it, it actually tweens very smooth. So I'm working on a couple rigs now, 360 rigs, and I used this Jordan Beatty's like setup to help me. So if you know a little bit about Toon Boom, and you know you're not really intimidated by the node view, you kind of have a good understanding of how things work. It's really awesome to go into other people's rigs and see how they do it, because you're guaranteed to learn something. Here to here, there. Okay, so let's go here, plus everything. I'm gonna tween it again. We're probably gonna change this a lot. So here, I need his feet to stay planted first. So this foot cannot move until this foot catches up, right? So here, I don't need the front one. Oops, what am I doing? Go like this. Okay, now I'm kind of moving the rigs a little crazy, but it doesn't matter too much now. Right, the smaller movements, you can kind of get away with moving the pegs a little more. There. So here, do we want his foot to step? I think we do. Nice. Mega drawing 1, 2, 3. I'm good. How are you? How you doing? Thanks for joining. We're just animating a nice like punch kick combo. Right? See this? See my pivot point now? It's because I've been moving these deformers a lot. So just it's something to watch out for. You know, when you're animating with deformers and you're moving them, things are gonna get shoved around. As long as you know, and it doesn't really bother you, you know? You're prepared for it. Yeah, I remember when I first started using these rigs, my first ever animation test, I probably told this story before, was for a show called it's called like Dallas and Robo or something. It was like on YouTube. But that was my first time using, and at the time I thought they were complex rigs, but they were pretty simple. But when I started to animate, all my pieces, my pivot points were flying around. It was just craziness. And that's when I realized I needed to learn how to use Toon Boom. I don't know what this is. Here, we can kind of cheat this a little bit. Go there. Nice. Anyone else working on some cool animation besides Joseph? He said he's doing his demo reel. What rigs are you using, Joseph? Are you using these Jordan Beatty rigs, or are you making your own? We'll go like this. Oh, 100%. Have you downloaded it, Joseph? Ask away. If you have any like feedback, if it's not working how it's supposed to, let me know. Okay, so the timeline is kind of confused. Can you explain? Sure. What about it? Is it just too many frames, like too many keyframes, or you just like don't know where to start at all? Okay. There you go. So if we play, well, I'm not going to play through it, but let's step through. Boom, boom, looking good. Let's see. Now let's start timing it out. I'm gonna mark these frames though. Keyframe. This will be a keyframe. This will be a keyframe. And I do this so I don't lose my place. It just keeps me organized. This is a keyframe. We'll probably just get to the kick. Okay. So now I need something in between. I'm probably gonna, let's go 1, 2, 3. Little wind up. Yeah, so on the Kirby rig, all those keyframes are different poses that I fed into the master controller. So when you first open that file, just like see this, move your timeline down like that so you have more space. You can select all the keyframes on the timeline and just move them to the end. And then you can copy and paste what keyframe you want to start with. I can show you at the end of this. Simple storyboard for my story. Breaking instead. Nice. What's it about? And are you planning to make like an actual show? All right, so let's see. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hand-drawn animation is tough. It's very time-consuming, but it looks so good. So like that. I'm starting to time things out a little bit. We can go here, there. Let's see. There and here. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, so make sure, Joseph, when you copy the keyframes, that your pegs, your drawing pegs, are closed like this. So if they're open, then it gets kind of messy. So close your pegs and then copy and move them and then bring them in. So like have your pegs closed, move the keyframes, and then say you want like the front view, click that front view key and just move it back to the start. And then you should be good. All right, so here, if we play this, let me play through this and see what our timing looks like in our not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can turn these off. Let's start adding some tweens. We'll keep these. No, I appreciate all the questions. I'll still show you at the end, just or I can even make a separate video and send it to you on Discord, because it can be super intimidating when there's lots of keyframes like that. So we'll go. So now we have our basic timing, guys. But now let's see the spacing. I really want to slow out of the anticipation, and then there's going to be more impact on this punch. So here, I don't really care. This is going to be a regular tween. But from this frame to this frame, Go here. And this is going to be easing out. So I'll put a pretty big value. Let's say like 55. Apply. Now, right, see that? See how much more snap this has? Right, looking good. So still okay. And I'm thinking it's a little too fast. So what we can do is I'm going to keyframe here, right? And then I'm going to plus everything. So I'm going to go 1, 2. So now here, it's even slower, right? There's an even bigger ease out from here to here. And then it goes really fast from there. So let's add another 2 frames. Let's see how that's looking. A little slow. So let's get rid of those 2 frames. And from here, I'm going to drag this arm back. So now pulls it back. His body's coming forward as his arm goes back. Right, look how fast that is. One thing I don't like is this arm is rotating like a clock. Are you using a reference for this animation? Yeah, sort of. I just Googled like a Street Fighter combo for the keys, and I'm kind of just filling them in myself. But I would definitely recommend using reference. I want to make a cartoon episode. Be ambitious right now since I just began to do it. Why not? If you keep the episode simple, right? Only a couple characters, make it like, I don't know, a minute long. Here. So maybe we'll do this. Let's 1, 2. Let's extend the settle a bit. There. There we go. Okay, that's looking okay. Whoa, what just happened? What happens if I also drag? Oh, that. What happens if I drag that? No. I also don't like this. I'm stumped. I don't know what to do there. It's looking fine. Here, his arm is pulling back. Boom, boom. Maybe we can even try overshoot this even more. What if we like make his arm almost straight? Can we just select? Oh, we can. See if that helps. Yeah, I like that. What we can also do, though, let's close his eyes. This. Really scrunch up his face. We can squash his face down. Yeah, I mean, you definitely could overthink. Just do it, really. Like, even if you don't make a full episode, you'll make something. right? And then you'll learn from that. Like, it cannot hurt to try, no matter what your skill level. Let's see. Oh, I hate when I do that. Okay. So here. Oh, see, that doesn't look good. What if we go the opposite direction? We'll go up. There you go. It's looking okay. So he goes punch. I think we can probably convert this part to twos right now. Actually, no. We won't do that. Let's go here. So he punches, comes back, punches again, overshoots. So now here it's going to go 1. I want this to slow into that. So he goes 1, slow into this pose. And let's really make it like a high one. Let's go like 75. I'm glad. I look forward to seeing what you got. Apply, close. So this. And we'll go ease into this and ease out of it as well. Ease out, we'll do out by 50. Apply. Close. Boom. Nice. Let's plus our frames a bit. I'm 47 minutes. Wow, it is really helpful when I make these poses ahead of time. A little stiff. Boom. So now here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab. Actually, first, I think this needs more time. So I'll plus it by 2. I'll grab this and that, and plus these frames to cushion this even more. I'll take out this middle frame. And when I pull back, whoa, right, he's really winding up this punch. Now, where are my keyframes? So this, you gotta delay something here. Try the arms. There, look, that's what I want. Whoa. And same thing, let's eyebrows up. Lay the head. Thanks. Looks a little stiff. So also here, we need to flip the hand here, right? There's a big space. We got to cover that movement. Yeah, nice, man. For sure, you should do it. I can't wait to see what you got. And that's the best, basically. Animating for yourself, that's huge. Yeah, well said, Joseph. Here, boom, boom. So this, I don't like that. I need a new frame there. Let's keep doing the wrong thing. So 2. Let's delay his body. And let's kind of do that with the arm. Here, it looks shit because this is moving like a clock. It should be moving more in perspective, I think. That's why it doesn't look very good. And here, we're going to try and make it move in perspective. Let's really delay this arm. Why not? Oh my god, what is happening? Here. Right, see how that is moving more in an arcing path? That looks okay. So now here, I'm going to keyframe this. I want this arm to drag, but I don't know where it goes. So let's select it here. If I want to add a hand outside the library. I don't think I know what you mean. If you want to draw another hand, like here, like a drawing substitution. Let's delay this arm. A new hand pose. So I think for that rig, for the Kirby rig, there are no hands. It's just his arms, and those have deformers on them. So if you want to move it into a different pose, you can use the deformers. Or if you want to add a new drawing substitution, so if you want to add any new drawing substitution and the thing has a deformer on it, you have to go like this first. So click the hand, click the arm, and then click this up here. See this? Create new deformation chain. So click the arm, create a new deformation chain, and then just create a new drawing swap. Then you can add a new hand pose. And it shouldn't mess up the deformers. There. Look at that. Type in Spanish. If you can't think in English, type in Spanish. Doesn't matter. So this here. This should be in front still. Boom. This kind of looks like shit. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. Here. this here. Right, that looks a little better. Who? It's pretty quick. So here's what I might do. Go here. Let's squash the face. Move these eyebrows down. Huh. Did I skew this body? That's better. So I'm going to convert this to 2s and see what's good. Now we can kind of go in and fix some other stuff. Probably just get this punch done. So when I do that, though, I got to make sure now I go in my frames. I get rid of all these. I don't know why Toon Boom does this, but I don't want any values in my tweens right now. Just going through. Whenever I see like 100 or these weird numbers, just make them 0. Usually you can leave it, but I'm planning on animating more. And so I think if I add the tweens, it messes things up. Okay. So now, let's see. So you saw use this rig. Let's see. Animate. Me sirve mucho. What does me sirve mean? I think I understood most of that. Ah, okay. He has a tutorial for this rig. Maybe you could send me that, Joseph. I feel I need it. Now I'm just cushioning some movements a little bit. Here with the hands, let's drag them a little bit down. Oh, that would honestly be great. I feel this rig, there's a lot of stuff that I don't understand. It helps. Okay, like it helps you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm trying to learn Spanish, you know? I'm doing some Duolingo. But it's tough. There you go. That flick of a wrist is a little bit better. And then here, I'm going to delay this arm even more. At least this way, it doesn't look so much like just a puppet. Oh, that doesn't work though. Did you receive the link? Where did you send it to me? Did you send it on my Discord? On the Discord? Punch. We can kind of fix this. Yes, definitely post it on Discord if you can. That would be awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this one today, guys. It looks like it's passable, but I don't like it. maybe I need, oh, this guy should still be in front. Maybe I need another between here. Nice, thank you. So now I'm just going through, cushioning, delaying. I forgot, now I forgot to do the hair. That probably would help this a lot. Ah, it's looking okay. Yeah, Jordan Beatty made this rig. He has so many other ones as well. Looking all right. Boom. I'm gonna add some more cushion here. And see, I did this wrong. I should have done the hair before I add all these extra frames. You can still do it, but it just makes the hair more annoying to do. So yeah, that's okay. Right? The wind up. I think I need a frame in between here. Maybe. If we go like this. Oh, the shoulder. Might be a good start. Thanks, Joseph. Right, and I'm being a little lazy, like stuff like this. I don't really want to get away with that. Everything should be nice and connected. There shouldn't be too many breaks in the rig. From here to here. This. Let's see what happens if we add a smear frame. So we'll go like this. See if this works. And then I'll just see where I'm going. I'll just like stretch this like crazy. See what happens. See if I can get away with it. You almost do. So let's bring the arm up. You get away with it? Let's see. We do. That looks awesome. With that smear, it's one frame. Did you guys eat Middies? That actually looks half decent. Actually, on second thought, why don't we do this? No, never mind. What are we, 104? I think we might call it today, guys. We didn't get to the kick, but I mean, whatever. The punch looks okay. It doesn't actually look that bad. I actually like how that turned out. You know, I wasn't too happy with it, but wait, how much? Let's go 5 more minutes and see if we can get this kick down. So I think the first thing we're going to need is another overshoot, right? Maybe we'll just overshoot the kick. We won't settle it. All right, we'll go here. And we'll stretch the body. And like, it's a lot of fun to do action stuff with rigs because I think that is actually pretty difficult. You really got to make sure everything's in the right place, that the poses are really reading. Boom. Nice. Yeah, Joseph, take care. Take care, man. Wow, we might not even need any more animation. Look at that. That works. It's done. I don't know about you. I think that's done. We might need... I'm going to add one more pose from here to here. This time, I'm going to make sure that both feet... Where's my onion skin? Are planted. So I'm going to keep this back foot on the floor. Oops. Almost done. I'm just going to keep this here. And we'll go like this. So this is going to show a nice transfer of weight. Right? See that? Boom. Transfer the weight. Ugh. But the problem is the foot is going down. So see, we got to really match these feet if we want this to work. And now at this point, you can move the rig however much you want because you're not tweening anything. So I don't care about the pivot points. Oh, that looks good, actually. Nice. And like, we'd have to clean up the lines and make sure they match. But I would say that is done. Or maybe we can add another. Another smear. Let's try that. See if we can overdo it. So now let's see where I'm ending up. We can even use the deformers, right? And really smear it properly if we want. Grab this foot and just stretch it like that. All right, they don't have to be too, I don't think it has to be accurate. That should work. Get this. And then here, I'll do the same thing with the arm. Stretch the arm out. Like that. All right, that's looking really crazy. So we'll go. Oh, no. Ah, that actually doesn't look that bad. Nice. I mean, I think... we're forgetting the hair. Fuck. Okay, let's just do the hair. And then we're done. 10 minutes. Go on this hair layer. Just got to follow where he's going. So he's not moving too much here. As he comes forward, this. So I need the hair to move like this. Yeah, right. So smears, I don't really like to use them too much. Use them right, they can add a lot, especially to fast movements like this. I feel a lot of beginner animators use a lot of smears. They try and like cover up the they don't know the mechanics of the movement. I feel if you use them, if you know the basics first and then use some smears, it really can help. Let's overshoot the hair. And then go like this. Add a tween there. Hair is going to keep going up. I guess we can use these deformers. Like this. Just tween this. Here. Then we'll have the hair continue just a little bit. Not all of it though, just like these pieces. And then as the hair comes this way, drag it. It's dragging in the wind. That was my brother on camera. So here, I'm going to keep dragging the hair as well. Right, so we can tween it like this. And then here, I'm going to overshoot it. And then settle it. Jesus, Maurice, go to the bathroom. Oh my god. Let's see. See, look, the hair really adds a lot. Ah, nice. Average animator. How's it going? All right, let's see. Last thing. Maybe we don't need. Yeah, we probably do. Oh, maybe. Yes. So like, hair, overshoot, settle. It is a small industry. I'm just gonna go as it comes up. We'll overshoot this up. And then here, that. Yeah, honestly, man, that is a great idea. So I'm trying to do it a little bit with the hair. But I think we should have done more with the arms, right? Like this. Drag the hair a little bit. There. And then, I mean, we didn't finish the landing, but let's see. So play it. Oh, I'm loving those smears. They look great. $3D more than $2D. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go through. Nice, man. Cool. What do you use for 3D animation? Like Blender? So let's see. We got this. Well, here, what we can try and do, quick trick. Watch. This might fuck everything up. Grab this arm and move it 2 frames. Let's see what happens. See, now it's moving at a different thing. No, that's not going to work. But what might work is this. Yeah, good point. We probably need some more cushion here, or we could shorten the timing. I think. Here's what we'll try and do. Let's go like this. Let's move this here. So now this arm's delayed. There you go. Looks a little bit better. Get more power when we release the first punch. Get more power when we release the clench the fist more. Yeah, I mean, like the fists are they're drawn, right? So I'm not going to redraw the hands, but you'd be right. Try it. Let's see. What do you mean? Like open it here and then close it here? I don't know. I feel it's the same. The same kind of thinking, right? There's hard things to do in each one. Let's do one more thing, and then I think I'm going to log off, guys. Let's see. Try this. Oops. He's going to be more angry. Yeah, no, you're 100% correct, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all the mental capacity I have for this, guys, today. So, no, honestly, great notes. That is super, super helpful. Yeah, honestly, let me post this. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll post this in the Discord, and if you want, you can type these notes in the Discord, and then I can actually see them and remember them. So give me a sec. Let me like export this. I'll post it in the Discord, and you can write these notes there. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining. Super helpful, super nice, and I'll see everyone in the next live stream. Oh, I don't use Discord. Well, here, I'll post the link. Don't trust it. Okay. Well, all right. You can even send me an email then or message me on Instagram. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining. I'll see everyone. I think, what's today? I'll see you on Thursday. We're going to do another one on Thursday. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.